Yo, yo, yo. Oh, where's my chat window? Hmm. Boy, folks. Oh. All right. Got my chat. All right. I think we're good. What's happening, everyone? 4 whole people watching. I'm like, I'm as popular as Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, let me move me over here a little. Kind of crawling off the page here. There we go. That's better. All right. What's happening, people? Anyone out there? All right. I went to the range tonight. Terry, what's up, buddy? How's it going? So I went to the range tonight. It was probably 30 degrees. I was bored. But I'm working on something. Let's see. So don't laugh at all my goofy antics at the range here. Oh wait, that's not it. So there we go. Alright. Let me I'll mute it for now. So you won't hear me flushing this ball. So I went to the range and it was like too cold to like actually hit balls. It's just cold. Like I'm not gonna like sit there and beat drivers. So I just started like chipping this wedge and I'm working on something like just like I'm trying to get this impact position um like more open, kind of like I'm doing here. And I'm not getting there. That's for sure. But that's the feel. But man, was I hitting this good. I mean, I was just this like my gap wedge and in this in a hot summer day I could probably hit this thing 120 yards, but these things were just getting just flushed like right over that 100 thing, and literally 9 out of 10 of them were going. I think I hit 5 in a row that went over the middle zero of the 100 out there. And but I'm trying to get this position, so it's hard for me because I'm old. It's hard to get like bent over. Like, look at that. That is so just. It just flushed. I was hitting it so good, and it felt like I was doing nothing. Like just 100 yards, like probably like 105, and it's 30 degrees, and these balls suck. They're not good balls. So, um, yeah. So I'm trying to like emulate these like impact positions, like you see these great players getting in, and it ain't easy because number one, I'm old, but I've been going to the gym and I'm working on my flexibility a lot, and I'm starting to feel it. And I'm trying to pinch my legs together, like I'm trying to pinch my two legs together because there's always like this gap, which annoys the hell out of me. And part of it's because my front foot is kind of flared out because of my bad ankle. But it's really kind of physically hard for me to pinch my legs together. So, but I've been working on that. So, see, I'm kind of like pinching my legs together, and I love that. It looks great. But then I stopped kind of doing it later on. But man, was I hitting these balls good. I mean, it was just unbelievable. And it's just like zero effort. But like this position, so I'm trying to get this kind of position, and it's really pretty amazing. Look at that. That's just flushed. It's like a 105-yard chip swing, and they were going high. It's beautiful, man. It felt so good. So, and it was freaking cold. Like I would hit, you know, maybe 20 balls, and I had to go in and warm up because my hands were completely frozen. But yeah, it was fun. So that just goes to show you, it's pretty cool this range that they stay open, like in 30 degrees, and even have the lights on. You know. But so here, like watch. So watch it. Is anyone out there watching me right now? Hang on. 7 people. Oh my God, it's like a full house. But look at that. If I could get that position, and I don't. Like when I actually hit it, I don't. But I'll get there. But that's way better. So that looks really good for me. But I mean, if you can imagine what it feels like I'm really like more bent over and just really like, and what I'm trying to do is a little bit little advanced. So I'm trying to get more shallow and then just get my wrist to go older. Like it works. I saw this on elite golf schools, and it's really clutch. So like if you're shallow and you got to get the club down to the ball, you got to just get this wrist older like that. You can see how my wrist is like down. That's the feeling you want, and it's just money. I mean, this club face is so stable through the ball. It's like, you know, and I hit 2 in a row. See the poles out there? That 2 in a row went ding, ding, and they hit the. So, and let me see. I'll put the sound on. So, I mean, every ball was just completely flushed. Where are we here? Impact. Here we go. And you hear someone else is actually hitting balls too. There was a couple people there. But these things were just flushed. It felt great. But you know, tomorrow I'm posting my my video. I already uploaded it. My second lesson with Big Corey, and I'm trying to teach him like this. You know, like getting in impact position. And this is why I can do this with my eyes closed. So I could close my eyes and hit these shots, and I'll hit them almost as good. I can do this with my eyes closed because I feel that impact position. It's like, and when you can get to the impact, and I was trying to teach Corey that because it's really something you got to learn. You know, the way they teach golf is pretty bizarre. Like they go, take it way back here and go way back there to the follow through. Like go all the way back, and then they like expect something good to happen in between, like in the ball to get hit. I think golf should be taught from impact. So start at impact and that's like how it works. First you gotta understand impact. It's like when you're a kid and you know where home is, right? Sometimes you go a little farther away, and then you go find as you get older, you go farther and farther. But you always know where home is, you know. But look at that, that's just thumped. And I'm getting that elite golf schools look, like the arms go around to the left. It's pretty cool. I like it. Next thing I get it like shallowing, but I'm trying to get my left wrist not to cup, and it's still cupping a little. I'll get it. Because I got all winter, and why not? You know, it's interesting when you're like me and you just are so into the golf swing, like you do all this different stuff. And it's funny because the elite golf schools guys said the same thing. He goes, "We're teachers, man. We got to try all this stuff because when someone comes with this swing, we got to understand it, you know." So, and I've done it all. I did Mo Norman's swing, and you know, if someone came to me and said, "Yeah, what about Mo Norman's swing?" I'd be like, "Yeah, do that. It's awesome. Do Mo Norman's swing, especially if they have certain issues that swing would work with, you know." I mean, this swing I'm doing here, like I'm trying to get in this impact. It's kind of difficult. It's difficult for especially older people to get in these kind of positions, but they could do it. And it's still difficult for me. Like I cannot get in that position. And I'll show you. So watch. Here. So let's see. I got 7 people watching, so I'll keep going. So let's see. So I'll turn this off. And now, a swing that I've always kind of compared to mine, not that I'm her, but Lydia Ko. It's just one of the best golf swings on the planet. And she does not get in these like bizarre, you know, incredibly difficult positions to get into like a Tommy Fleetwood. Like my friend Patrick's like, I want to swing like Tommy Fleetwood, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's as difficult as you can get. Like the position he gets in at impact is like I couldn't do that standing still, let alone hitting a golf ball. But so here's where my impact was tonight, and it wasn't even close to what I was trying because I'm not getting open enough. You can only see part of my left butt cheek. I'm not getting open. I got the bend in my right arm. But and then here's and I'm trying to keep my back foot down a little more. Sometimes my back foot really gets off the ground. But here's Lydia. Let me hide me. So there. Look how open she is. And I bet my life on it she's hitting a fade on this shot though. I would bet she's hitting a fade. But look how open look, you can see like a lot of her butt. But all in all, it's not that far off, you know. But yeah, look, she's really open. And it could be camera angle, but I don't think so. Look at our feet. Our feet are pretty much the same, like where our toes are. But it's not bad, you know. But yeah, I want to, you know. And now, do I have to get open? Not necessarily. I was hitting these balls really good. You know, I don't think I could really hit the shots I was hitting any better. But I just want to see if I can get that kind of open look. And like I said, I hit it right to left. So I guarantee you she's hitting this ball left to right. Because I know this swing. I saw her at the top. She's more laid off at the top. She's laid off and she's hitting a fade. So she's probably going to look more open, you know. And it could definitely be a camera angle thing here. But I'm not sure. Yeah, her camera. Oh, good. Nice, Adrian. Way to go, man. Yeah, putting can affect your score a lot. It's a bitch. It's too bad we gotta... Here, let me put me back up here. It's too bad we gotta putt sometimes. But, you know. That's good. You hit the ball great. Dude, that's everything. You know, the score will come. You know, like, I swear to God, I've shot 82 and left the course and been like, man, I really figured something out. I hit it so good. And then there were times where, you know, I shoot 76 and everyone's like, oh, great 76. And I'm leaving being like, man, I hit it like crap. I didn't hit anything solid. I hit my driver bad. It went down the middle. It's just like that, you know, you chip one in, you make a couple putts, your score's lower. But, you know, I remember I went out in the, I remember this round I was out like in the middle of the winter. And I went out and I hadn't played in so long. And I went out and I swear to God, yeah, I'll do a putting lesson. Yeah, absolutely. I'll do putting. I'll do it when I go in Palm Springs. I'm going to Palm Springs on the 16th and I'll do putting because they got a really nice putting green out there at this course. But right now I don't have a putting green. Like, you know, nothing really good to putt on. But yeah, like I went out in the winter and I had to, you know, and I didn't even know what I shot. But it was like, man, did I figure something out? I was like, wow. You know, it was like in the middle of the winter too. You figure something out in the middle of the winter, you gotta put it in the old noggin so you remember it when you go back out. But no, that's awesome, dude. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you all a story, okay? So I go on TikTok this morning, and I posted this, and I actually spoke about this in my video I'm posting tomorrow with Corey's lesson. So I posted the lag power video this morning. And I mean that drill, like it worked for Corey like you wouldn't believe. Like as soon as he did it, he was like, oh my God. Like he totally understood, you know, and he's just nuking the ball. So I post that video and someone on TikTok leaves a comment, please don't listen to this guy. And I'm like, what? You know? And so I go to, you know, I'm like pissed at first, and I'm like, who cares, dude? But then I go to his like TikTok page, and he's got like pictures of him and his girlfriend and his dog. Like, really, dude? Like, what are you contributing to the world of, like, golf instruction? He's like, please don't listen. So, and then he has one golf video of him hitting a flop shot. And it's not even, it's like he's completely flat-footed. Like, and, you know, and this guy's young. He's like a young guy. Young pretty boy with his girlfriend and his dog. And it's like, dude, like, you're such a... I can't use any bad words because, you know, if I monetize this video, YouTube... Dude, I could use many bad... Like, these people... You know, 40 years on a golf course, I have seen such failure. It's like... But these young... You know what's funny about these young guys? They think they're smart. And I might have thought I was smart when I was that age, too. But you don't have a clue, dude. You can't... When you become my age and you spend 40 years on a golf course... And it's like... Dude, I don't get this... I didn't learn this stuff from a matchbook, okay? I've seen every incredible instructor. I've watched hundreds of lessons. I mean, like but these young guys, they think they're smart. Oh, thank you, Adrian. But you know, these young guys, they think they're smart. And like some of them, like say you can play golf, okay? Well, let me tell you something. You can teach a parrot to talk. Doesn't mean a parrot's smart, right? What do you mean on triggers? What kind of triggers? But going back to this guy, like, you know, even someone who's good at golf doesn't have any clue, like, really about anything. You know, like I said, you can teach anyone to do a motion, but doesn't mean you understand. And, you know, in my job, where I see every swing, like, I see everything. I see, oh, starting a swing? All right, I'll do that. Triggers are personal. I would just say make sure you keep moving, right? The worst trigger is no trigger. That's the worst trigger is standing there completely frozen, you know? It's so funny, like, compared to, like, basketball, okay? Some of the greatest shooters can roll down the floor and just throw it up and just make it time and time again. And then you put them on the foul line where they got to keep their feet still and they can't even make a foul shot. So just keep moving. Don't stand there. Don't stand there too long. You know. But the best, like, what you want to do is, you know, like my video on lag on the backswing, the best thing you can do is bump your weight forward. See, so when you bump your weight forward, that starts the lag on the backswing. So, and that's a time tested tip is bump your weight forward and then go back. And that's good because that's a trigger forward and back. And then another good one is forward pressing your hands a little. Because I swear to God, if I knew, there aren't many people who have their hands back who are like very good at hitting the ball. Like there are, but even Phil Mickelson did a video. And, oh, thanks, buddy. Better than Danny Maud. That's quite a compliment. But even Phil Mickelson did a video where he literally goes, I've never seen a golfer with their hands back at address who could hit a golf ball a lick. You know, so that, like, pushing your hands forward's a good trigger. That's, you know, I used to watch Gary Player do that all the time. Like, he was like, so. I caddied for Gary Player 3 times. I got bunker lessons personally from Gary Player. And this dude on TikTok, oh, don't listen to this guy. I'm a 27-year-old guy with TikTok videos of me and my girlfriend. And me hitting a flop shot off a perfect lie, completely flat-footed. Oh, and his friend caught it. But his friend had to run to catch it. If I hit a flop shot, the dude doesn't have to run. He can just stand in the same... He can just stand there and I'll just flop it in his... I'll land it in his frickin' noggin. So... Oh, people, man. I swear to God. But anyway, enough of that. I don't want to rage too much about that dude, but that really... Like, if you have some actual, like, criticism or, like, a comment that... And I don't want to repeat myself, so... there was another guy, and I did a short of me hitting these flop shots. I know, yeah, they're just trolls. I know. But this... I was the one short I did. I was doing this flop shot, and it was like this reverse roll flop shot. And this dude, I guarantee, has no clue what I was doing. Okay, so there's like release actions you can do, and to hit a flop shot, you're kind of like rolling the face open through impact. You're not rolling a shot. You're roll. So I did this thing. I was just like at the range, and I was doing it on the mat. It was freezing cold. I wasn't going down at night to do it on. So I did it, and I posted it, and this dude's like, "Oh, that was," and he starts ripping it. And his he had like some his YouTube channel was like Sal's Golf Instruction. And I'm like, man, you know, this golf instructor's like ripping me. So I go on his channel, and it's like, we'll be posting golf instruction videos soon. This was like 8 years ago. He has no videos. He had like 3 videos of him. Like one, he was like, I mean, the guy was a big dude. He could rip a golf ball. Great, like a million people. And then he has this one video where he's like hitting a shot, and he's like got his feet half in the frickin' woods, and he's like got these trees in front of him, and he just like rips at this shot, and it goes through the trees, and he goes, "Is that the greatest effing shot you ever saw?" I'm like, yeah, dude, that's the greatest effing shot I ever saw. That's really oh god. I try to ignore the trolls, but you know what? I just like talking about it sometimes, you know? Because, you know. But anyway, so this guy's like, you know, he's like ripping me. It's like, dude, you don't have a channel. You don't have anything. You go home, you drink beer. It's probably what you do. You sit on the couch, you drink beer. I mean, the dude was a fat, out of shape. All he could do is hit a golf ball far. Like, he could rip it. I could see that, but... Anyway, so, yeah, so look at my impact position. It's not bad. I gotta get more open, though. I gotta get my butt, my hips, my butt open. And, you know, and so when I do that, and I feel it, like, my arms are... It's pretty good, man. I'm kind of okay with that. But I want to get that look of, that I was trying to practice. Let me see. I'm just going to keep trying. But what's amazing is, you know, you practice this stuff. Like the whole thing with the cupped wrist. Like, I'm trying to get my wrist, because you know, I'm just like, I'm kind of into, like, now I got this YouTube channel. I want to have, like, a really cool swing, and I want to get that, like, shallowing look. And to shallow it, I need to bow my left wrist. And I'm trying like hell to do it. And it's like, but, you know, I mean, Scotty Scheffler doesn't bow it. He's like a little cupped. Phil Mickelson was very cupped. I think Tiger was definitely cupped when he was young. He was cupped. But, you know, it's something. But I love this look with the hands going around to the left. I love that. It's this elite golf school stuff. So, anyway, God knows how it's going to work with my driver. But no, I hit everything, you know, pretty good. But see, I want to look like that. That's like Ben Hogan there. See that? That's Ben Hogan. And then when I hit it, it's just me. But like I'm saying, if you can get an impact position that's legit, I mean, you're good. You're good as gold. I know a kid. He was a freaking stud. He was so good. He won 5 club championships at my club, and he wasn't even trying. He didn't even care. He didn't even come out to a club champ. He didn't even play. He was some kid that they started him so young. He got sick of golf, and he's like, I'll just come out, play club championship, and just win it. That's what he did. But that's weird. Why is my arm? Oh, it's going through the mat. That's wild looking. But so this kid, I remember I was helping this kid, and he was trying to draw the ball. And it's funny because that was probably 30 years ago, and that kid's still trying to draw a golf ball. He still can't do it. But I was trying to tell him to get the takeaway, like more. And this kid who was a stud, he's like, it don't matter how you take it back, and he could take it back outside, inside. He could do anything he wanted, and just kill it because he would get back to that impact position. And that's all. That's like the main thing. So every swing looks so different. I mean, the back swings just to get you in a position. All these goofy swings you see, like there's the guys, they take it out and up and loop it and this and that, and you know. But you got to start with impact, and that's how golf should be taught, from impact. Start at impact, you know. Impact and lag. I think that's probably a good thing to start with. Like, you gotta have it. I mean, first of all, to get in that impact position, the club has to be lagging. But, I mean, you can see, I can't slow this down, I don't think. Maybe I can. You'll see, like, my club floats at the top. I get this, like, floaty look. And I get that because I understand lag. Like, I don't have to whip it back and do, you know, I do that. Like, it's a good way to teach people. But once you start to feel it, you can just kind of like, I wonder if I can slow it down. Maybe I can. There we go. There we go. Watch this. Now we gotta watch. My pre-shot stuff's gonna take a long time, so. So yeah, look at that. I want to get right there. Look at that. That would be cool. But I'm telling you, this whole thing, I'm gonna do a video on it. And for some people, it's like too much. It's not. So you got that float at the top. I love that. Like, I'm getting the, like, a float of the club. But you come into it, and you're like, the club would miss the ground, and you just go like this with your hands. You go ulnar, and you drop the club down, and it's pretty amazing. Like, I see people actually teaching. There's a guy on YouTube, and he teaches, and he's got these like low hands through impact. And I'm gonna do a video. It's like I might do that this week. Low hands versus high hands, like at address. There's no way you hit a golf ball with your hands low. You don't wait, like, you know what I mean? Do you guys know what I mean? Your hands are not low. Watch and look at any pro. This hand goes ulnar like that. Like if you cast a fishing rod, and how I know that? Because if you pull on something, so say when a pro hits a driver, it's pulling like 110 pounds away from them. So if I pull on that hand, what's it going to do? It's going to go ulnar. It's going to go like this. And look at all these guys, all the players. They're very ulnar with their left hand. And it creates so much stability in the club face. Like, and I kind of learned this when I started doing the Mo Norman thing. I'm like, why did Mo do this? Why did he set up with the hands like that? And then I actually saw him. I saw him do an interview, and he's like, why would my hands be low? They're all, they go all over the place when they're low. But I see people teaching this, and there's a kid. He's got his hands so low through impact. It doesn't make any sense. And can he hit it? Yeah. But I don't know. I'm gonna be talking a lot about that ulnar position of the left hand, and wait till I talk about it in short game. It's huge in short game. It's like one of the secrets to chipping, along with my secret to chipping, which is I have a secret to chipping that no one has said. No one. And I see it everywhere. I see the bad do it the wrong. I mean, it's crazy. So, anyway. Ask me a question, someone. Come on. Let's watch this. So, you see I get that little float at the top? It's not bad. I'm trying to pinch my legs together. It looks pretty good. But enough of that. It's probably loud, too. Hang on. Put on, We're on this. Let's see. I found your insight. Impact is past was great. Yeah, dude. You guys, so please, if you guys are having success with this stuff, just like write a comment. Like go on and just for these stupid trolls. You know what I mean? Like I got one guy, he's like playing the best golf of his life. I got a bunch of people. But I'll tell you what, like the video lessons that I've done like 5 of them, and I mean 3 of them I've got glowing reviews. Like these guys, like I did this video lesson, and the one guy, I can say his name. He might even be watching. Actually, he was watching the other night, Gil, and he told me he's hitting his driver really good. Like he's good, man. Like I'm like, this guy's like, he looks like he's like a stud. He got a really good swing, and he couldn't hit his driver. He was hitting 6-iron off the tee in tournaments. That's really backing off. But so now he's in his driver and he's pounding it. And he bought a mini driver, and good for him, man. But he had the low hands. He had the low hands with the driver. I'm not a fan of the low hands. You know, it's like crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. And like I said, I'm gonna do this video. I might as well tell the story. So, low hands versus high hands. So, Mac O'Grady. Any of you ever heard of Mac O'Grady? Mac O'Grady was quite a genius, and he was like half golfing machine, but he was brilliant. And he had this school called Morad, and I was like a golfing machine guy, and I used to watch Lynn Blake, and Lynn Blake always talked about the high hands at address, and he explained it to me. No, dude, right foot has nothing to do with over the top, Joe. Nothing. No. The right foot has absolutely nothing to do with over the top. I got to do the over the top video. I'm going to explain over the top in a way that no one's explained it. Over the top is not one thing. It is a full body motion. Oh, God. I got to do that video because I'm getting a lot of questions on over the top. But anyway, I was talking about Mac O'Grady. So, Lynn Blake always talked about the high hands at address. And it has a lot to do with the way you grip the club, too. Like, if you grip it like an umbrella, your hands will be kind of low. And if you grip it like Ben, yeah, you got Terry. Yeah, so Mac O'Grady, he taught very low hands. And all the time when I was like, you know, doing like watching Lynn Blake, I would watch Mac O'Grady, and I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like these low hands, because the low hands you get the strong grip. But anyway, so he taught that, and but you know, like, how do you deny a guy who's like a golf genius, who's got a school in California called Morad, and he's teaching like tour pros? I think he taught like Gary McCord. I don't know how many actual tour pros, but Mac O'Grady was an insane golfer with an insane swing. But he taught it for, I don't know, a long time, 10, 12 years. And then I found this video, and it was like his assistant. And the assistant's like, he said that after all those years of teaching low hands, and I have the video, and it's going to be in it, and it shows Mac O'Grady, and he's like after teaching this for 12 years, he's like, yeah, I found if my hands are high, he goes, I've never hit it so good in my life, because I get my hands high, and I take it back, and the club's perfectly square, and it's like, it's hilarious. And the kid, his assistant, is like, I don't know why Mac changed his mind after 12 years, and I'm like, maybe because it makes sense. But yeah, it's like Mac O'Grady. He's like, so that's golf instruction for you, you know. Teach some, and I'll tell you the one thing. So I'm going to say right now. Now, I have a video. I have a guy, Harry, who sent me a video of his swing. And he's all bent over. And I'm like, is that club short? And he said, I think it might be standard because I'm 6'5". I know so many of these tall golfers who have to do the low hands, and it's like, it makes no sense. You got your hands real low. You got this look, the radial, ulnar radial. You got your hands real low. You're super tall. You're like 6'4". You look all bent over, and then you got to get like 2-inch long extra irons, but they're all bent over, and then, you know, and then like on their downswing, they're just going up, 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 because why wouldn't you do like DeChambeau or Mo Norman and do the high hands, and then you can stand up tall, and you're perfectly how you would be at impact, because that's how you should be at impact. You should be ulnar like that. Mo Norman knew it. DeChambeau definitely knows it. Why the hell you think he does it? DeChambeau's a genius. He's a golfing machine. He's a genius. Okay. So I remember DeChambeau was he like right when he started kind of like doing good on tour, and there was an announcer, and the announcer's like Bryson, give us an idea of your concept on the golf swing, and he like spit out like a short paragraph from the golfing machine, and it was I wish I knew that paragraph. I wish I could recite it. It was the most, the golfing machine was this incredibly like scientific, and he spit out this paragraph, and the announcer looked at him like, "What are you talking about?" It was awesome. It was the greatest answer I ever heard. I wish I knew what that paragraph was. I remember it, but I could never recite what the paragraph was. But it was so cool. It was like, but golfing machine is impossible to read. You cannot read it. It's impossible. And a lot of it's incorrect nowadays. It's kind of, you know, but someone commented on one of my videos and they're like, yeah, I read the golfing machine. I didn't comment back, but I felt like saying, what are you, nuts? You read the golfing? You can't read the golfing machine. It was written by, the guy was like a engineer, and the book is written like an engineer's manual, and it's like you'll look, he'll be like, yeah, accumulator number 3, and he's like, and go back to chapter 2 to find to see, how this relates to whatever, and you gotta like page through the book, and it's like it's totally insane. And all the pictures are his wife. He got his wife. She actually, I think she was wearing a wig too. Like, he had his wife do the pictures. But the dude was very smart. I mean, the guy was, and another thing too is, he wasn't a great golfer. Homer Kelly was not a great golfer. And that book was a Bible for men, a lot of instruction for a long time. The guy was I think he got pretty good fast. He was probably like, I don't know, 8-9 handicap. He wasn't a great golfer, So, but that book was, it was kind of the Bible of golf instruction for a lot of people for a long time. And a lot of it is still very good. And Lynn Blake, yo, Dylan, what's up, dude? How you hitting them, Dylan? But Lynn Blake's one of the great golf instructors. If you ever get a chance to watch his videos, some of them will melt your brain a little bit, but anyway, that's another thing too. Like, I keep going back to this guy on TikTok who's like, don't listen to this guy. Dude, I sat through so many Lynn Blake videos. Like, I watched him talk about hinge actions. And when I watched him, and he takes these he makes a mechanism, and he explains hinge actions. Give him a chance. It's Lynn Blake, hinge actions. And you watch it, and let me tell you right now, you're not going to have a clue. Oh, Corey, I thought you were Dylan. Oh, that's right, you're Dylan, right? Yeah, Corey, what's up, dude? Hey, Corey, your video's coming out tomorrow. I uploaded it, and I'm gonna publish it in the morning, so it'll be out tomorrow. It's great. Sorry, dude, I thought you were Dylan. There's a guy, Dylan. Yeah, hey, what's up, dude? Corey, I was at the range tonight. It was 30 degrees. I went tonight and hit balls. I was just like hitting wedges, but anyway, so like going back to Lynn Blake, yeah, let's see. So Bradley Hughes, I'm not real familiar with Bradley Hughes stuff. I do know he's all into everyone has to have a flat lie on their irons. Like, what? What is that? Like, I know, believe it or not, there's a kid at my range. Oh, yeah. Dude, what time are you going tomorrow? Text me when you're going. I'll meet you there. But, yeah, text me, Corey. I'll meet you at the range. So, Bradley Hughes, he actually, a kid in my range got lessons from Bradley Hughes. And then he kind of explained to me what Bradley Hughes was telling him, and I didn't really know what he was talking about. Because this kid doesn't really explain things very well, and I don't think he really knows what the hell he's doing. But one thing is, everyone has to have flat lies on their irons. And that's kind of like a thing now. Like flat lies on your irons. Like, which would imply that your hands are lower. through impact. Now, Bryson DeChambeau is maybe one of the greatest golfers in the world right now, and he bent all his irons upright. Okay, so anyone who says like, "Oh, your irons have to be flat," and then so now the guy at my range, and he's a pro. He's bending everyone's irons. I don't know, but I'll look into Bradley Hughes, but because I like to learn everything. You need to know what everyone's saying, and Bradley Hughes is certainly a very well-known, renowned instructor. But anyway, I learn. I like to learn what everyone's talking about. But I was going back. The whole thing. I was going back to talking about Lynn Blake and the hinge actions. I watched those videos on hinge actions, and I'm just like, I don't get it. This makes no sense to me. I've watched this 20 times. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And now here I am, all these years later, being like, yeah, I understand. This is really important stuff. Like, you got to understand hinge actions. And it's basically, now they just call it release patterns. Yeah, dude, text me, man. Can't wait. But now they call them more release patterns. And it's super important. You have to have different release patterns for different shots. So people who stink out of bunkers have an incorrect release pattern. That's huge. You got to know how. So in the terms of Lynn Blake, the bunker would be a vertical hinge action, was what you need to hit a bunker shot. And if you're using a angled hinge action or a horizontal in a bunker, you're going to stink. So yeah, it's very important. And even Tiger, when Tiger says, they say, Tiger, how do you work the ball? And he says, I do it with my hands. And that's all it is. So you swing left and you release it more of like an angled or a vertical hinge action, and you're going to hit it left to right. You swing out to the right and you kind of roll it, which is a horizontal hinge action, and you draw it. So Australia, the land down under. Oh man, someday you guys give me some money. I'm just a caddy. Give me. Keep watching my channel. Maybe someday I'll be like a when my channel will take off, and I'll just like my life will be traveling to golf courses and doing videos. Australia, dude, don't you guys got like what's it like? Hey, Adrian, how many poisonous spiders and snakes are in Australia? I hate spiders. I'm more scared of spiders than snakes. I really am. Spiders freak me out. So, seriously, how many you got a lot of poisonous spiders and snakes in Australia, right? Dude, spiders wig me out. And, I think it happened back when I was young, I used to go fishing. And I used to leave my shoes outside, my sneakers outside, and I wouldn't wear socks. And I left them outside to dry out. And I woke up the next morning, I put my sneakers on. I'll show you bunker shots, Corey. We got a lot to do, Corey. You're gonna be my star. We're gonna make you. We're gonna get you shooting in the 80s next year, guaranteed. But the spider thing. So I was like, I woke up the next morning. I put these sneakers on, and all of a sudden it was like something was jamming a needle in my toe, and I took the shoe off, and the spider came flying out, and it freaked me out. Man, I hate spiders. I used to fly fish, and I would look for, when I was fly fishing, if I could find like a crayfish, because sometimes I'd be like fishing for bass, like I'd be trout fishing, but sometimes fishing for bass. But I was like looking, for like a crayfish, and I lifted this rock up, and I'm like looking in the water, and I look down, and this wolf spider as big as my hand is on the bottom of the rock, and it ran the underside of the rock like towards me, and I literally fell back in the water. Do I actually plot out the golf course prior to the round? I would say absolutely, Joe. I mean, I didn't. It's funny, when I don't really play a lot of golf courses I'm not familiar with. So I play this course, which I know like the back of my hand, maybe better than anyone on the planet. This golf course, But you know, back when I used to play, I would play like some caddy tournaments, and it'd be like, you know, when you gotta go play a tournament, and believe me, I am bad at playing a course for the first time. I don't really do well. Most people don't. Most people, like, even this course, like this course, Aronimink, it's very right in front of you. Like, look at it. It's right in front of you. But people who come here have never played it before just don't play it that well. So some courses are really hard if you've never played them before. You know, you could have blind shots, and then just goofy things. But, oh, absolutely. I mean, if you want to be like a legit player, man, you got to know exactly what you're getting into. And I mean, this is a drone flyover I did of this course. And if I was coming to play this course, I'd be watching this thing for hours. I'd want to know exactly what, you know. But I don't really. But let me tell you something. Here's another thing, though, Joe. Another thing you got to realize, okay? Now, I played Pine Valley once a long time ago, but the last time I played Pine Valley, like when you play Pine Valley, you look out and you literally want to soil your pants. I mean, it's like you look out and you're like, what? Like, it's crazy. There's just stuff everywhere. And this caddy would just be like, hit it there. And he would point to a spot, a very precise spot. And I just started like hitting it to that spot. And it was the best. I drove the ball so good that day. And I was just trying to hit these spots. And I would miss it a little bit. And I'd look around and be like, is that all right? And he's like, yeah, you're fine. And I'd get out there. And the fairways are big at Pine Valley. They're very wide. I just couldn't hit a second shot that day. The second shots at Pine Valley, to me, are way harder than the tee shots. But the point is, you know, golf is... Let me tell you something. This is the best advice I can give you in playing golf. It's all a distraction. Bunkers, out of bounds, it's all a freaking distraction. It's all there to mess with your head. All you need to do is pick a spot and hit the shot. And that's all there is to it. And if things are affecting your swing, like if there's out of bounds left that makes you swing differently, that's bad. And that's the thing about golf. So the thing about Pine Valley is that it's actually an easy golf course. It really is. I mean, if you really looked at, like, well, first of all, it's not long at all. My friend was hitting 3-iron. He's a +4 handicap. He didn't hit drive. He hit driver on 2 holes. But if you look at Pine Valley in terms of, like, I got to hit a drive here to this big wide fairway, and then I got to hit a 9-iron to this green, it's easy. But when you look out there, it's like a nightmare, you know? So I swear to God, I'm gonna do a whole video on this stuff. Yeah, man. Corey, I'll bring you to Australia. You can beat the snakes away when they come at me. I hate snakes and spiders. But I'm gonna do a whole video because I gotta start doing videos on. Here's my theory. So if you have a green, right? Say you got this green, and it's just a 9-iron to that green, and people are gonna hit on that green. If I put out of bounds stakes 10 feet left to that green, all of a sudden people are gonna hit the worst shots in the world, and that's why they are who they are. That's why they're not good. And you know, and it's like a pro don't do that. A pro, you know, Mo Norman said, who was the ultimate mental player of all time. I mean, there was no mental player better than Mo Norman, because I don't think he gave a crap. And he was just like, and he said, Mo Norman said, all those bunkers, that water, he goes, it's not for me. It's just to make the course look pretty. It's just like for, you know, and it's like, yeah. So Joe, I used to do all sorts of weird stuff. So now this is the course that I played the most. That's behind me on the screen. The fairway bunkers are a nightmare. Like, you hit it in the fairway bunker out here, and rarely can you reach the green. They're deep. Sometimes you catch crappy lies, and if you catch a crappy lie, sometimes, you know, you can't move the ball that far, and then you still have to hit the green, then you can make a double. They're just bad. The fairway bunkers on this course can really kill you, and I used to be scared to death of them, and I used to hit away from them, and I used to, like, Like I would hit it at him and work it away. Like if they were left, I'd hit it at him and just say, just cut it. And just make sure I cut it. And I'd hit this like scrappy, left to right short drive. And sometimes it would work. And I just figured something out. Like this hole here, this is one of my worst holes for teeing off. These bunkers on the left, if you pull it even a little bit, like you're in those bunkers and you catch crappy lies. And this is such an easy, it's really an easy hole. And if you hit in those bunkers, you're like, oh my God, what did I do? Like these bunkers on the left, and there's tons of them. And there's room on the right. And it doesn't take much to just yank it. So I found if I try to hit it right to left, sometimes I kind of just pull it in those bunkers. But if I just hit it at them and just cut it, and then I'll end up with a shorter drive in the fairway. And instead of having a 9-iron in, I might have a 7-iron in. And it worked. It worked for quite a while. But it wasn't the best way to do it. And the last few times, this is all kind of recent I figured this out. Just look out there, pick a spot, and put your best swing on it. That's all there is to it. Don't let the trouble affect the way you swing. It's just stupid. Just pick a spot. Like this hole here. Like this hole behind me. Those bunkers on the left are a disaster. You hit in those bunkers on the left, you got a real good chance of making double bogey. Because you see this first set of bunkers on the left. If you catch the next shot fat, you're in the next set of bunkers. Now you're probably making double. Like you're screwed. You can pitch it. You can pitch it out to the right. Stay away from the bunkers, which is a little wimpy. Like I always try to kind of go for the green, and now you got to hit the green, and it's not easy, so you can make double. But it doesn't help you to play scared. You just have to hit. You have to swing like you're on the damn range. Is what you got to do. You got to pick a spot. I say, look out. I mean, if there's out of bounds left, notice it. Maybe aim a little more right because of it, but don't. If it affects your swing, you're screwed. Okay, your swing has to be like pure to a spot. Pick a spot and just hit it. That's my way of doing it. I swear to God, some of the best drives I've ever hit. There's a public course and there's 2 holes that are so narrow, like you ain't bailing anywhere. It's just like you just gotta kill it. And I hit the best drives there because there's nothing to think about. All there is to think about is line up and just put your best swing on it. Hope and pray, like not hope and pray, but you only got one chance. You got to just pipe it straight down the middle. And I do, because there's no question about what has to be done. And it's almost like the trees on both sides kind of help line you up, So you just got to hit it, man. You can't be scared. You can't let things on the course affect your swing. Like it's funny, like wind. Like wind affects people's swings. If you could hypnotize people into like not feeling wind, and they would just go out and just swing, they do much better. But when they feel the wind, it affects their swing. They're like trying to do the stuff to, And I'm a big fan of like knowing how to like get shaft lean or keeping it down into the wind and stuff. But I've seen people. So do I recommend a mini driver? It's an option. I don't think I couldn't play this course behind me. I couldn't play with a mini driver. I'd lose too much. They're like 12 degrees, but they're fine. The one guy I gave a lesson to, he got a he does not like drivers, and he just got a mini driver and he loves it. I had a kid hit the damn thing 300 yards. He played the back tees, shot 69, and he hit it 300 in the air, a mini driver. So for him, yeah, mini driver's great. He actually on the par 5, 605 par 5, he had 297 up the hill. And he took out the mini driver and striped it off the fairway. 297 up the hill and knocks it on the green. And I'm like, I told the other guy, I said, if you grab a club here, I can drop these bags 300 yards from the green. And I did. And I was like, world record, a 300-yard bag drop. So, mini drive, yeah, they're fine. Get the elite one, though. Get the Callaway one. Because I don't like the TaylorMade one. Stupid. TaylorMade, TaylorMade Mini Driver, they basically copied their most unsuccessful driver in, like, the TaylorMade Bubble that back then was garbage. It was the worst driver TaylorMade ever made. And that's the Mini Driver. It's like the Bubble. It's so stupid. Why would you do that? So the Elite Mini Driver is very nice. It's good. So, I mean, it's cool is like with me, and I don't really have I don't have a selection of clubs now, but I tell people just buy the damn club. I mean, if you can afford it, buy it, because you just like you asked me earlier about plotting out a golf course. Well, look at the course. I mean, if the holes are freaking 360, 370, bring the Mini Driver. If they're 420, 430, you might need something else. If the rough is thick, you're better off with hybrids. Your long irons are worthless. Stuff like that. 7-woods. If you got long par threes, like you got long par, like if you got long par threes and you got to hit it over stuff, have a 7-wood or a hybrid or something like that. You don't want to be trying to hit 4-irons over water. That's stupid. So that's advice I can give you on that. But it's always cool to have clubs. I can hit any club. I'd love to have, like, we've been playing, oh, you know what? Hang on. Only 8 people watching. What the hell? I'll show it anyway. All right, so I want to show you where, at my range, there's this little 9-hole course, and I talk about it sometimes. And I took some drone pictures the other day, and it was wintertime. I did it for the girl. She's building a website. And I used AI to, like, add foliage and stuff to the trees because it's winter. They didn't look very good. So these pictures are a little glossed up, but it's the actual holes. And this is what we play. And I used to hate these. I hated this 9 holes. I'd be like, I'm not going. And frankly, if I had to pay I don't have to pay. If I had to pay to go out there, I wouldn't go out there. I wouldn't do it. Not what they charge. But the owner's awesome. He's the nicest guy in the world, and he lets me go out and play. He's a top-notch individual. And if he ever watches this video, Brian, God bless you, man, because he turned this whole range around, because the people who had it before him were not so nice. But it's really, we go out there and we play this 9 holes, and to me it's like a practice 9. It's not a real. He hates when I say it's not a real golf course, but I say it. It's not a real golf course because you're not really hitting driver and stuff. But I have these pictures. Let's see. And it's almost like, remember the Rocky movie where Apollo Creed said to Rocky, like, Rocky, you got to go back to the hood, and he went back to, like, LA or something like that, and he was, like, chasing chickens and stuff. That's what I feel like this place is. It's like going back to, and, I hated it. I didn't like it. And then I started to understand, like, it's, golf is played in the air. It doesn't matter what the hell what's around you. I mean, it's nice to play nice golf courses, nice tees. I mean, it's better. But, I have a brother, and he would, like, I haven't talked to him much lately, but he'd be like, oh, I'm playing Bay Hill. And I'm like, dude, you're going to go to Bay Hill and shoot 95. Like, congrats. But I'd rather go shoot my 75 at some little rinky-dink public course and hit shot, like, I know people, they're like always trying to impress you with, like, oh, I'm playing this course. And I'm like, I'd rather have my game and not play at all. Go shoot 95 on some beautiful golf course. Golf is played in the air. The ball goes in the air. So what you're playing on, trust me, I love, like, this course here, the tees are perfectly flat, and, and greens are everything. Putting on, I could play a course that's kind of garbage, and if it had really nice greens, it would be pretty cool. But let me show you this. So I think it's here. What's up? Got stuff here. Yeah. So here's our first hole. And this is like, so you hit a 7-iron off the tee, and then your second shot, if you hit the 7-iron low right, you got the tree. But look at this. This hole, the second hole, we play from like 150. There's a creek on the left. There's a creek in front. It's like, and there's trees on the right. If you can't hit it over the trees, you got to hit like a cut 8-iron off the left bunker. You literally have to hit it at the creek and cut it back. And it's like, and you hit the green, you're like, man. And in this hole, you got to hit it right to left because there's all these trees on the left. There's no room to anything but a right to left or dead. And look, the creek is like 4 feet off the right side of the green. It's like cool, you know? It's like 110 yards. It's like a gap wedge, a little gap wedge. And you knock it down in there. And I mean, you pull it 10 feet and you're hitting trees. And then this hole is like 190. It's kind of long. A little tiny green. And you see the creek is 4 feet right of that bunker. So if you hit it the distance and you push it, you're in a creek. And you know that's the beginning, and that's like where we play. And, but you know we're playing matches, so we're all playing the same course. And this is like this. This is actually a par 5. It's quite goofy. It's like these guys, they try and hit it through this tiny little opening to hit the green in 2, and it's like crazy to try and hit it through there. And sometimes they do. And I got a friend that does it all the time. He's that good. He just pounds it through there. But anyway, and then this hole. Dude, look at all the trees. There's trees on the left, and this is like straight uphill. And it's like a 9-iron, 8 or 9-iron. It's like 140 yards straight uphill. It's wild. It's such a chute of trees, and you gotta just scream it through there. It's just fun. It's fun. And then this green, this one's kind of benign. It's like uphill, 150 yards. Little tiny green though. You know, tough to get up and down. I mean, it looks open, but the greens, like, he's got the greens good. They're like, the greens are rolling good. But anyway, this is where I just kind of go out and have fun. But, and I'm going to bring Corey out here. And then this hole is my favorite one because the tee is nice. It's got a nice flat tee, and it's like 150 yards downhill. And I've hit everything from gap wedge to 6-iron here, depending on the wind. Like, sometimes the wind's howling in your face, and you're like, oh my God. And it's like, it's wild. And then it finishes with this 9th hole, which is actually a par 4, and you got to like, and I've seen some guys can drive it, and this green is like, he's got to blow it up because you can hit it 2 feet from the pin and it rolls back down into the fairway. But, and it's always like if you have a match going, you don't want it to come to this hole because anything can happen. It's like, but we started like if you're on the green, it's automatic 2 putts, but it's hard just to stay on the green. No, we take carts. We get carts. So yeah, he gives us carts. You can walk it. It's kind of hilly, but yeah, it's fine. But you know what's amazing about it? These tiny greens. Like short game is insane. Like sometimes you have to pitch it over a bunker to 4 feet of green, and you got to hit lob shots. You got to have crazy short game shots out here. You know, so for short game. Like, look at this. You got a little bunker there, and sometimes the pin, you might have 4 feet of green, and you got to hit that little bunker shot. It is nice. It is nice, and it's not peaceful, though. It's not peaceful because it actually gets a lot of play. And you get a lot. I mean, you get the worst golfers on the planet. Like, we like to go out there, you know, we're all pretty good players, and we go out there and just have fun. But, you know, if the hackers are out, you know, sometimes it's just not even fun. But the thing is, I play it a lot in the winter. It's only 9 holes, and I'll walk in the winter just to stay warm. But I got this friend, and he's like, he'll go out there in like 30 degrees, and sometimes I go out with him, and you know, and he starts looking for balls. I'm like, dude, it's 30 degrees. You can't look for balls. We got to be in an hour 20 minutes, or we're gonna freeze to death out here. And he's like looking for balls. But anyway. It's Valley View Golf Club. I'll give the guy a plug. Valley View Golf Club in Newtown Square, PA. So if you ever come out to Newtown Square, PA, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be happy if you pay to play his place. He'll kill me if you hear me say that. I mean, it's crazy, but golf is like, you know, it's the price you pay for golf is getting pretty insane. You know, that's why I can't afford to play much. I can't afford to go pay. Some of these courses are like $100. I can't do that. Can't. Especially if you go out there and you pay $100 and it's like a 4.5 hour round. You know, it's like, but, there's and then there's one course around here. It's a public course, and it's really good. It's Donald Ross, and it's affordable, but it's just so jam packed all the time. Hang on, I gotta open a window. It's getting, I got a fan here. Let me know if this fan gets loud. Let me see. I got a fan up there. I put a fan up there because I used to have a driving sim. And then when I'm driving, I had to keep cool. And it feels like you're in a car. There's the wind. I just, dude, if you add it to your list to play, make sure it's all the way at the very bottom. If it's on your bucket list, it would be more like your toilet list. That's bad. I'm sorry, Brian. The guy who runs this place, he is an animal. The work he does out there, he's a one-man army, and he made these greens really good. Like, they're good, and he busts his, and the thing is, he doesn't own it. He rents it, so he can't really go all gung-ho about fixing it up because, it's not in his best interest. But, the guy's, if you ever go out to Valley View Range, make sure you say hello to Brian, the guy who runs the place, because he is like really just one of the good people out there, man. He's great, super guy. All right, well, 8 people watching. I think I might just I've been on here an hour, right? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna sign off, everyone. Tomorrow, I don't know if Corey's still on here. Corey, I'm posting your video tomorrow. What else do I have planned? What should I do next? Over the top. I got a freaking like 20 different. The problem is, you gotta realize I don't want people to get like paralysis by analysis with their swing. You'll see one thing. So I gave Corey this lesson, and I watched it on the video tonight, and I'm like, man, I gave him a lot of things, But Corey's real good at like just kind of like sifting out what's working for him at the time. But what's cool is like if you video the lesson, you can just go back to it. And it's all good. It's all good knowledge. You just can't, before like you could video, you couldn't do that. You couldn't give someone 5 different things because then they forget 5 things. And that's why, most golf pros, it's like they give you one thing and then you work on that and then you come back in 3 weeks and then they give you one. But now, like you can give, but the thing is like, and I watched this video of me giving Corey this lesson. And I'm going, man, if Corey just like absorbs everything that I tell him in this lesson, and he's been playing a year. He's light years ahead of people that I know who've been playing for 40 years. Like light years ahead of him. Yo, now this is Dylan. Dylan, I had you see, we got the Dill Rod, now we got Dill Productions. What's Dill Productions? Is that you got a media company there? This is Dylan, right? Dylan, how you hitting it? Dylan's another physical specimen, man. He could be a bomber for sure. If he stops swinging like a knucklehead. This is Dylan, right? He sent me his video. Guy's an athlete and he swings like anything but. No, he's good. He like swinging from the top down. But he's gonna be good. He could be good. Anyone can be good. You gotta learn though. That's all. It's like this concept of like, well, if I just hit 1,000 balls, I'll be 1,000 balls better. Yeah, right. It'd be 1,000 balls worth. I go to the range. I'm a range rat, and I watch these people. I've seen these 20 years. I've seen these people. 20 years. I watch them. They don't get any better. And then I talk to them. Yo, Dylan. There you go. Hey, there. Now, Dylan got a. I gave him a video lesson. Tell everyone about the video lesson. Is it good? Is it working? So he said he shot his lowest round today after the lesson. Dude, this guy. He's an athlete, man. He'd be great. But like I was saying, like these people, they've been hitting balls for 20 years, and I'm watching them. I've been watching them for 20 years, and they don't get any better. And then you talk to them. You say, "Hey, so what you do? You know, what are you working on?" And they talk about the swing, and you realize, I mean, no offense. I mean, not everyone can be like a genius. They have no clue what they're talking. No clue. They don't know what they're working on. You know, another thing too is I hate this like. You know, we live in the world where you can take your phone and record your damn swing. Like, look at this. This is. Very good, dude. Yeah, man. Listen to Dylan. I'm raising the price soon. So it's $40 now. I'm going up to 50. I need money. But so let me show you something. Like this is what I was doing today. So here I'm doing this. And it's like I was doing this and I'm like, what am I doing? Like put the camera down. I take my phone. And now I'm trying to get, let me turn the sound up here. I'm trying to get in this position. And if I wasn't filming this, I would literally think I was doing what I wanted to do. And I'm not. Okay? I mean, it's getting better. I was great how I was hitting this thing. It was awesome. But I wasn't, you can't progress, you know, and I've done this my whole life. Where I just like, I'd never go and, you know, and I could kick myself in the head. I don't really regret anything ever in this world because regret is completely pointless. But if I would sometimes regret like that I didn't, you know, just put the damn camera and just like, look at what's going on. But I look at people's swings and it's just like, bang. Like I see this stuff and they have no clue. And then you'd be like, I love these people, they go, oh, I don't want to see my swing. I'm like, dude, like really? Well, you don't want to see your swing? Why? It's usually when people see their swing on video, they actually go, hey, it's not that bad, you know. But I play guitar. And I played guitar for a long time. And then, you know, and then you video it and you're like, God, you suck. It's terrible. But it's like you learn so much. You look at like, I look at him like, dude, like my strumming hand's like not really moving much. Like it's not, and then you look at it and you go, you know, another thing, when you play guitar on video, you go, well, in your mind, you really screwed up that part of the song, but on the video, it doesn't, no one's going to see that, right? So perception is so warped in everything you do. And you got a video. That's like technology. And if you ever go to a goddamn golf instructor and they're not videoing your swing, just say, excuse me, I'll have my money back and just go somewhere else. Because if they're not, they have to video it. They have to show you what the hell you're seeing, you know, what they're saying. But there's a golf teacher around me, and he was a great player. Never uses video. And as I mean, great player. One of the best club pros in the country. And as a golf instructor, I'm sorry, he's just not very good. And I'm not the only one who said that. Many people said it, but he doesn't use video. So, you know, but look at this. Like, if I could get in that position, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm Ben Hogan. But I don't get that position. I'm trying. But I'm going to keep trying. And I'm going to. Because I know I'm going to. Because that's just what happened. But I will. But man, I was hitting these so good. Dude, you can't. I felt like I was chipping this thing 105 yards. It was just like, and they were just like all going right in between the. You could see the 100-yard thing out there. They were like field goals. Like some of them I pulled, but then there was one point where I hit like 5 in a row that went over the middle zero, and then 2 in a row hit the bars on the thing. And I was hoping you could hear it on the video, but you can't. The one you can hear it pretty loud, but anyway. But Oh, and Dylan, just so you know, if in the future, like if you want another thing for, there's only 5 people watching. Video calls are definitely a thing. Like if you ever want to just like do a video call, talk about like where you're screwing up on the golf course or things, because like on a video call you can kind of interact and I can understand where you're thinking and doing, and that's like a good thing if you could like literally do a video call. But I'm gonna do that in the future. You don't have to, but um, and Dylan, like feel free to send me your videos in the future, and I'll look at them. But all right, everyone, that's it. It's been an hour 15 minutes, and I'm going to bed. I'm meeting Corey at the range tomorrow, Big Corey. I'm posting his lesson tomorrow, so check it out. And please, I know there's 7 people watching. If you watch Corey's video, like, comment, cause gotta get these videos out. My views are getting less, but they say that's like a YouTube thing where they kind of, it just happens. I'm still getting a lot of views, so, but it is winter time too. All right, you guys, have a good night. Thank you very much. Take care.